Hi, my name is Erin Carey, and I am a survivor of mental illness. My journey with mental health began long before an official diagnosis. Now, before I go any further, let me remind you that I am not a medical health professional. I cannot treat or cure a disease, and my story is just my own. There is no one size fits all with brain disorders. Now, back to the beginning. As an infant, I was extremely colicky. I had frequent ear infections. I ended up with severe asthma later on. I was on numerous rounds of antibiotics. I was on allergy shots every 6 weeks. I was on steroids and just many different kinds of inhalers. I've since learned that all of my childhood issues actually stem from an unhealthy gut, but I'll get back to that. As I grew older, I always had a massive sweet tooth. I couldn't turn down anything sweet. At one point in high school, this is so embarrassing to say, but I actually consumed 8 Boston cream pie donuts in one setting. Eight. Eight. That is a lot. Again, I believe now that even these intense sugar cravings were connected to poor gut health and just all of the yeast that was taken over my body. Now, due to a traumatic incident I witnessed when I was a 9-year-old, I also suffered from PTSD, and soon I was diagnosed with clinical depression. I was going to regular counseling and on an antidepressant at 15. By the time I was 18, my lows had switched to crazy fun highs, and I received the new diagnosis of bipolar disorder. Before I go any further, let me clear something up. Bipolar disorder is not for crazy people. There are many fully functioning humans who suffer from bipolar disorder. What it means is that I'm either a really good time, life of the party, staying up all night, conquering the world, or I'm completely unable to get out of my bed and my body has physically shut down on me because I'm in such a dark depression. This was my normal. I always lived in extremes. I loved people and life and fun. I was smart. I was passing all of my college classes. I even made the president's list. Most people would have no idea that I was even struggling with this. Fortunately, I have really amazing parents who took me to a great psychiatrist and counselor. And I learned from what they told me is that it was just some funky chemicals in my brain not working right. So I got on medication and I tried my best to live a normal life. Finding the right medication was hard. There were nasty side effects. I had weight gain, body acne. One medication even gave me like this weird droopy mouth, like you're just kind of I don't even know how to explain it. Like my whole jaw and the side of my mouth just went slack. It was awful. Anyway, funny now, not so funny then. By the time I got settled on one that worked, I felt numb to the world, almost devoid of any natural human emotion. Did it save me from my self-destructive habits? Yes, but I hated it. I won't go into every single detail here, but eventually I turned to food and alcohol to cope with my inability to feel anything anymore. And my alcohol abuse led me to get pregnant with my first child. This was a huge turning point for me. I had to go off my mood stabilizer. That wasn't safe in pregnancy, but I could stay on my antidepressant. I was determined to get healthy for the life that was living inside of me. I started exercising when my daughter was a few years old. Then I started adjusting my diet. My mood improved with these changes, which really got me thinking, what more could I be doing naturally to help my mind? In 2009, I married the man of my dreams, who is ironically a counselor, and we had a child together in 2013. Not long after Roman's birth, I heard about gut health and how my gut bacteria could be affecting my mental health. I remember looking at a checklist of candida overgrowth, and it mentioned so many things that I struggled with my whole life: sugar cravings, infections, frequent antibiotic use, feeling extremely tired, skin conditions, brain fog, inability to concentrate, bloating, stomach problems, frequent debilitating headaches. The list just went on. So I decided to try some products I thought would help improve my gut, and I started more research on the gut-brain connection. I was fascinated to find out that my entire medical history from birth on shows signs of poor gut health, that no wonder I was struggling mentally. I read about the enteric nervous system, the vagus nerve, the fact that 80 to 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. Light bulb after light bulb went on. if I could improve the health of my gut, I could also improve the health of my brain. I was consistent on probiotics, and I took magnesium, and I also took an omega supplement. Fast forward to now, I have been off of all medications for 3 years and 1 month. Now, am I completely healed? No. I take extra good care of myself to get good rest, to eat right, to exercise. I go to counseling regularly. I take my supplements. I'm hyper alert for any triggers, for any shifts that throw me off. I'm surrounded by a loving support system, and I'm aware that at any time I could have a relapse of my illness. And, maybe even one day I might need a rescue med, as my counselor puts it. But for right now, I have found a time of maintenance for my health, a place of stability. I truly believe that learning to take care of my gut and supplementing with probiotics and other natural supplements that are high quality, that has been the missing puzzle piece that I've been looking for so long. I am so grateful for the constant research on the gut-brain connection. It continues to fascinate me, anything I read about that, and the products that have made a difference in my life, and that they're really unlike anything else out there. It has truly changed everything for me. So I hope that hearing my story is encouraging for you, and I hope that this can help you to look more into your own gut health history and see what's going on with your gut. I love your guts.